Welcome to the Tim Black BlackList, where we uncover bullshit. Today, Joy Reid. All right. The amount of nonsense that we're forced to listen to on Twitter, social media, and God forbid if you watch MSNBC from its host, Joy Reid, is ginormous. But what I'm about to show you is a clear path, a clear way for you to distinguish between a real truth teller and someone who's spewing propaganda. Do they like facts or do they not? All right, so let's pull up the tweet and see what happened here. Momo Pineno, my graphic designer editor. Follow Michael Pineno, freelance writer, and all things extraordinary. Here, well, he tagged me in this tweet, and let's see what it's about. Oh my goodness, it's a conversation between Julian Assange and I don't know, MSNBC host Joy Reid. Let's see if we can get to that. Joy Reid, this is bordering on stalking. Why don't you come out of your hiding place and try your harassment right here in the U.S.? Do it. All right, so what created this animosity? All right, let's see if we can get to the bottom of this. Maybe if we go to this tweet here. What would make Joy flip out like this? Why is she so pissed off? What Rachel at Maddow talked about tonight is consistent with what Intel pros like Malcolm Nance and Catch Rush Spy have been warning about. All right, so I don't know what that is, but there's evidently Rachel Maddow did a segment last night where she discredited Wikileaks, which is pretty true. I mean, pretty reasonable considering she's spinning that Russia narrative and has been doing so to lots of acclaim and money in ratings for quite some time. So Joy Reid also, she goes on further after tagging Rachel, Malcolm, Catch a Russian Spy. People literally laughed last year when I said I wouldn't touch anything from WikiLeaks after Malcolm warned it could include fake info. Oh, he did he? So this is what brought in Julian Assange. He saw this tweet. And he responded. They were right to laugh. WikiLeaks has a perfect record of authentication. Even the FBI could not find a fake. So Julian Assange is giving Joy Reid information that contradicts what she earlier thought. You would think she would be grateful for that information because she would not want to mislead her audience, right? In fact, he goes on to explain in the Podesta email archive, many of the politically significant emails use DKIM authentication. Let's see if we can pull up DKIM just to make sure we all know what that is. Domain keys identified mail. Domain keys identified mail lets an organization take responsibility for a message that is in transit. Not to get too technical, but you can look at the location and the origination of the email and verify using this domain key identifier where it originated and where it traveled, because it takes responsibility for a message that is in transit. Okay. So there you go. So that's what that is. And let's see if we can get back to Joy Reid. Just wanted to make sure. So what Julian Assange has done is he's given her information so that she can, be more informed. So what Julian Assange was trying to do was educate Joy Reid. Of course, she got defensive and, dismissive. And he says that, yeah, they were right to laugh at you for saying WikiLeaks was inauthentic because it has a perfect record of authentication. Even the FBI could not find a fake. In the Podesta email archive, many of the politically significant emails use DKIM authentication, including several contentious emails which some politicians have attempted to repudiate. So they use DKIM, especially on emails that were political, very political in nature, just so that people, when they read them, would know that they've been authenticated and have been tested and verified. These mails are, in fact, signed by HillaryClinton.com, which is the domain, obviously here, the domain key identifier mail, and it identified those emails from coming from Hillary Clinton's domain. All right, so that's what that issue is. He goes on to explain the authentications on top of the journalistic validations of the email archive already carried out by WikiLeaks. This is bordering on stalking. Why don't you come out of your hiding place and try your harassment right here in the U.S.? Do it. So The response from Joy Reid to Julian Assange, once given information that contradicts her earlier narrative, is to call him a stalker and he's harassing her. That's great. This is good stuff. In the meantime, I'm blocking your creepy ass. Goodbye, Julian. And then this guy piles on. Did you report him for spam too? Now it's called spam. Information, facts, or spam just because they do not fit the narrative that we are spinning. Not sure if trolling qualifies as spam, but thanks for the thought. Alrighty then. You doubt it would actually result in Twitter doing anything to stop the hate? Worth the try. Thank you. Is anybody going to come in and correct Joy Reid from her nonsense? The expert, Slick Rick Yao, he says, Joy Reid, WikiLeaks, 100% authentic. They've never published anything fake from their sources. How the hell is this harassment? And then this chick persists. Chrissy M3 says, because the truth is now harassment. These people are real bubble dwellers. No. These are the same people who let their own party heads illegally rig a Democratic. I love it. And then John Arbavosis, who I don't know, who's wearing a Trump-Putin shirt here, he says, it's almost as if Assange has a problem with women. It's almost as if John has a problem with facts. All right, to wrap up, guys, Joy Reid is allergic to facts. She's allergic to information that does not follow her narrative. Information that does not fit her agenda, well, that is disposable. Not even recyclable, disposable either. No, she's not going to use it later. She's going to throw it out. Joy Reid is a hazard to the environment and to the minds of the people that watch her. Information that is accurate is what is needed to turn the tide. These types of corporate Democrats are not in it to save our democracy or to give back our democracy. They are in it to line their pockets and to do the preaching and the bidding of their makers. Evidenced in this video. Subscribe to this channel, become a Tim Black TV Wolfpack member, and continue to follow. We will uncover the truth. You either speak truth to power or you will be called out. Here on Tim Black's BlackList.